You know that even if you wipe out the Vice Kings, it ain't gonna be over, right? There's always someone looking to take what you have. Some punk who wants to make a name for himself. The fact is, once you're in the game, the only way you're getting out is if you're dead or in jail.
Even though he's the boss now, when he was the player, being naive, and when he became the boss, being power drunk, no doubt are still in effect. But a new generation of people having a gang fetish and being interested in that type of life led the 3rd Street Saints into a new territory once they took over Stillwater for the 2nd time, after realizing they can do whatever that came to mind.
So what do we do now? This is ours. We do whatever the fuck we want.
Teens all the way to man children grew to love the 3rd Street Saints, although it was a time when that wasn't the case. So the boss being power drunk years before, of course he took this and ran with it. Having the streets became a level they didn't have to keep indulging in, but with all the power that came with it, branding the Saints became the next move, and it worked. With all the blood money was used to make Saints stores, bobbleheads, even Shaundi landed a TV show off the popularity. They even took things a step forward to make a Saints energy drink, knowing people would eat it up. The commercial alone shows the difference the Saints endured.
Huh?
Japanese commercials. Easiest money you'll ever make.
The boss leading in this change of lifestyle. As we know though, his weakness was shown. Still being naive and power drunk for sure, but in this new day of age, his weakness will end up simply being regression. Even though the Saints became far removed from their usual, regression itself put them back in these soon outlandish positions. The boss and the lieutenants will be around actor Josh Burke so he can study the Saints for an upcoming movie involving them. This is something common, but with them about to be shown being out of touch, of course the boss will show his biggest weakness.
Grand larceny's right up there. You ready for this?
No worries. I do my own stunts.
Hey, you're just a ride-along, man. So don't get all Hong Kong style in there.
I am a method actor. If I'm gonna play a saint with any degree of emotional truth, I gotta make it real.
Trust me, Burke. It'll be real.
You're robbing a bank dressed like yourselves.
Hell yeah. Who doesn't want to be Johnny Gat?
Ultra postmodernism. I love it.
I'm cool with the Saints movie, but do we really gotta drag this asshole actor around?
Cut Josh some slack. He's just researching his part.
Yeah, I hope he signed a waiver.
All right, people. Nobody moves! Nobody dies!
Burke! Sorry, jumped his line. Can we go again?
You all know the drill.
Robbing a bank, of course, showed the boss regressing. It's even shown things were different after a hostage wanted a picture of him, being famous at this point.
Can I get a picture with the boss?
Say sleaze.
So with that being shown, it also showed the crew again being out of touch after not expecting the bank to do what they're about to do at a time when something like this, they would have got away with it.
Get in line, bitch!
Hey, don't be a dick.
But you call yourself gangbangers? You're a bunch of pussies. We should be all up in their shit like, fuck!
Oh, that's different.
Again, the boss was used to getting his way, but with this again, he's about to have to regress into doing what he always did, even going to say his plan, which is telling to his weakness.
You got a plan, or we just shooting all these motherfuckers? That is my plan. Works for me.
The bank, as many know, was owned by Morningstar. But them not realizing this, them getting the vault for the first time definitely in a while, things will catch up to the crew. Again, showing regression, being out of touch to who they were robbing.
Well, shit.
Getting arrested, though, we will still see the boss's weakness when it came down to him.
The fuck is this? We paid up this month.
Someone paid more.
What happened?
We got arrested.
No, to us. Burke's right. We traded our dicks in for pussies. Seriously.
Movie deals?
Commercials? Saint's name used to mean something more than body spray and some ass-tasting energy drink.
Our brand's worth a shitload of money.
The boss saying this showed the new lane the Saints were in he had no problem with, like in the new spoils. But again, doing something that he and the Saints was far removed from, or supposed to been, will force him back to how things were before, even going to speak how he had to once before, which was of course him regressing.
Is that what it's all about?
It's always about the money, Mr. Gat, which is precisely why our employer wishes to speak with you.
If you'll indulge us.
You have any idea who you fucking with here?
Of course. A remarkable likeness. These visions are Viola and Kiki, and I am Philippe Laurent, chairman of a multinational organization called the Syndicate.
Never heard of it.
Evidently not, or you would not have robbed our bank. Perhaps you wonder why you are still breathing at this point.
Actually, I wonder why my foot's not up your ass at this point.
Like it or not, Mr. Gat, our organization is expanding into Stillwater. I am offering you the chance to leverage your assets against your lives. Ladies?
You may continue to operate the Saint Soltor Media Group as you see fit, in exchange for 66% of your monthly gross revenue.
That is before taxes, of course.
Listen, you French fuck.
Please. I am Belgian.
We done here.
And I had so hoped to come to a rational business arrangement.
What the hell's going on? Boss, you gotta bail! No, not without you!
Making new enemies though, like once before, they do what they always had to. But quickly, they're welcomed with more things they went through in the past.
Johnny, we're about to jump!
Right on. I'll see you at
Gat's death was the reminder of what they got back into. And if that was bad, they will end up in a new city, literally having to be at square one. Being somewhere with claimed territory and being cleared financially, sealing the deal of him actually having to regress. Although during the bank fiasco, it was a choice that led to his moves from this point forward.
Negotiations were less than successful. Viola and Kiki will spread the word. Steelport belongs to the Syndicate, and the Saints are not welcome. Mr. Kilbane, gather your luchadores and bring me their leader's head. Mr. Miller, hack into the Saints' accounts and leave them nothing.
Instantly, Shaundi and the boss would want revenge, going to get weapons. Shaundi would throw a joke at the boss regarding robbing an armory to when the boss made this happen. This shows more of his weakness though, for the fact alone, the Saints hadn't done something crazy like this for some time. But this was what he felt he had to do.
Call Pierce and let him know what happened.
I texted him, he's bringing the crew.
Whole crew? Any idea how we'll load them out?
Yeah, we raid the guard armory.
That's what I love about you, girl.
You can't be serious.
Goddamn right I'm serious. What's the problem?
Getting shot comes to mind.
Did you not see me fly through a damn plane?
Also a shitty idea.
Ooh, did our little reality star forget where she came from?
Not cool.
I can't rob an armory. I have an immunity challenge to run.
All right. We'll pick a fight with the military.
That's my girl.
They then would get a safe house to when the boss tried to send Shaundi back to Stillwater because of seeing her how she used to be. If you remember on 2, she always wanted to come along, although most of the time things failed.
So what's next?
What's next is you go back to Stillwater.
What? No, this is my fight too.
Girl, you don't get messy. Let us take care of business.
Even Pierce saying this showed them as a whole to regress. Even the boss would say how they have everything covered here.
Fuck you. I'm doing this for Johnny.
All right, if we're gonna bring in the boys, we're gonna need a new place.
You're worried about real estate? We have guns. Let's use them.
Relax, Shaundi. We got it all covered.
After this, the boss will end up meeting up with Pierce. But before this, a phone call was made that of course showed his weakness even more.
How's the crew settling in?
Man, we gotta get a new place. That studio shit ain't working at all.
You spent too much time in posh hotels?
I can't help it that the rest of the world treats the Saints right.
Doesn't mean we should get soft.
Like Pierce said, them being celebrities was a real thing. But the boss taking that to say that didn't mean they should go soft went back to what Johnny said in his last moments. Remember, the boss didn't have a problem with the lane change the Saints became. But Johnny dying, he took his words to heart, which is why he's regressing, trying to keep it real for him along with actually having to now. So with that, he continued to do things like once before. He's told about a penthouse the money star owned, of course taking it for himself and the Saints. His last hideout, keep in mind, was the same way.
Glad you called. I think I found us a new place.
Pierce, we're supposed to be looking for Loren, not house hunting.
See, that's the beauty of this place. It's owned by the Morning Star.
All right, I'm listening.
The Morning Star have a penthouse downtown where they're throwing some big party for their global contacts.
And their real estate agent's gonna be there?
Real funny. I was gonna say we crash the party, kill the Morning Star, and keep the place for the Saints. Ha!
I'm game. What's the plan?
The Saints will be downstairs until you can unlock the elevator for them to come up.
Wait, if I can't go up, then how will I, Oh, right, the penthouse.
That's right. Meet me at the airport.
What you thinking? Some assholes in my pool.
The crew's ready downstairs. Say the word and we crash the party.
Let's do it.
The Saints were even underestimated, not being seen to want to revert back to their old ways, although the whole Syndicate would learn that wasn't the case.
The Saints aren't going to back down.
Maddie, there's nothing to worry about.
My thoughts exactly, Mr. Kilbane. The Saints are no more than a white noise of empty threats.
With respect, sir.
I'd say
empty is no longer applicable.
So with this, more regression will happen, this being evidential. If you're familiar with what the boss got into before this point for respect, these next things are telling this time around, of course still showing his weakness. He played Guardian Angel for Pierce with the same tactic as always.
Check it out, boss. What's up? Since this used to be a Syndicate crib, thought I'd poke around and see what they left behind.
Alright, so what am I looking at?
Safety deposit keys. Now, don't you want to know what it is they all got locked up?
The Syndicate will know we have the keys. They'll be waiting for us to make a move.
Well, I guess then you better watch my back.
Alright, let's go. Hey man, plan better be good here.
I'm gonna go in, open the safety deposit boxes, get the shit, and then come out.
You think it's that simple?
Fuck no.
Good. I was worried about you for a second.
Just be ready when I come out.
You know me, man. I got your back.
They then would do some trafficking. Although it wasn't drugs, them hand-to-hand in their merchandise was for the same reason it was back then. Just a watered-down version, but still for the same result.
Old Taurus sent over a couple pallets of Saints merch. Maybe we should do a little advertising around town, you know, pimp the Saints in Steelport.
Don't we have a PR department for that?
People go crazy over actual celebrities promoting themselves.
So you're saying it has to be me?
Oh, I'll do the selling. You just get my back, and I have the perfect places to hit.
Got any advice on closing the deal?
Yeah, end with or else.
I don't think that'll work.
The only thing they did something in pocket with their new ways, as we're about to see, the boss didn't like the move after Pierce put him on a TV show.
You ready to be a star?
Thought we already were.
Oh, not like this. You've been personally selected for a spot on a game show here in town.
Game show? You're not trying to auction me off on some kind of dating thing, are you?
Trust me, you'll love this shit. Meet me and I'll show you.
You better be right.
Even the announcer spoke on the boss as if he was far removed, even calling him an ex-gang member. But things like this is why he's now going against the new lane he made, realizing once Johnny died that he was right.
Our competitor isn't from Steelport this time, Zach. Today we'll be watching the leader of the Saints, the world-famous Stillwater Street Gang.
As many times as this former gangbanger has been shot at, blown up, run over, and generally put through hell, this competition probably seems pretty routine.
Routine maybe, but lucrative. You are going to make Professor Genki-sized dollars driving hoes around, that's for sure.
But like how it always was, they started to get closer with taking the head of Morningstar. But of course, the boss' weakness still was show.
A lot of people with guns in there. We'll go in the back way. You don't think the back's guarded? It's like two punks. What about the inside, motherfucker?
Only seeing the two guards and chalking it up just to be that went back to his naive ways, along with, of course, it's always been easy to do what he's about to do, still regressing regardless though.
Put in your tampons and let's do this.
Love this play, girl.
You said two guys, not my fault.
No, really, I love it.
And things will continue to be just that. Going to kill the Morningstar leader, the boss alongside Pierce and Shaundi would do what they always did.
Pierce, we waited long enough. Now we go for Loren.
It won't be easy. That whole tower's gotta be crawling with Morningstar.
Since when have we done things the easy way?
True. So what's the plan?
Kill everyone we see and find Loren.
Makes sense.
Meet me at the penthouse. I'll call Shaundi. Shaundi, it's time.
Just tell me where to be.
We're meeting at the penthouse.
I am gonna kill that son of a bitch.
That's a little big for you.
Give me the goddamn gun, Pierce.
Okay. All right, let's give that motherfucker what's coming to him.
But with this, it would hit the Saints as still being at a certain level as soon as they seen something they never seen before.
What the fuck is this room? Are those people in there?
Looks like all those big guys we keep seeing. Clones?
Think you may be right.
What?
Unless you have a better explanation, I'm just saying it makes sense.
The hell is all this?
Philip likes his things custom made. And for his brutes, I am the master pattern, you see.
Why you still strung up if they already cloned your ass?
The copies are flawed. They have my brawn, but not my brain. I can help you.
The last time a big naked dude said he could help me, it did not end well.
Oleg shows the boss, including the other two, to be far behind with things, being deeper than what they thought, spending too much time on reverting, but not realizing the new.
What could he do anyway? Those wires and shit are probably keeping him alive.
Trust me, I'm still strong enough to kill Philippe.
You want some clothes, man?
No time.
Man, like I said, last time a big naked dude.
But of course, going back to the matter at hand, it was nothing because this was always the boss way.
Loren's office is this way. Damn it! That's an express elevator to the basement. There's no way to catch him.
Fuck that!
With this happening though, the Saints would then return to Stillwater to when things took a turn, still showing its weakness.
It's time we went back home and buried Johnny.
When I left Stillwater for the Senate, I vowed never to forget my hometown roots. My husband gave his life defending Stillwater from gang violence. It is my greatest privilege to honor him with this bridge.
What the...
Time for the high spot, boys.
The luchadors stepping up and crashing Johnny's funeral, of course, was more than enough for the Saints, especially with them regressing. But this alone, Oleg will say something telling.
Whoever this crew is, they flow pretty damn good.
They're Killbane's thugs.
Kill who?
He's the Syndicate's attack dog.
What he did to Johnny's funeral, that's over the fucking limit.
He doesn't care about rules of engagement.
No rules? I could work with that.
You're not ready to fight the Syndicate.
Barely even being around and seeing the boss to be not ready is telling to their regression, alongside them trying to be back at a certain time frame. The boss would even treat it like so, being open ears to Oleg's suggestions.
Watch us.
Just relax, Shaundi. Alright, big man, what do you got?
There are others who hate the Syndicate as much as you do. I will take you to them.
But if things weren't bad enough already, keep in mind Hughes Memorial Bridge being blown up, there soon will have to regress back to being looked at as the bad guys, causing more problems about to happen.
Can you believe this? On my husband's bridge! No, I will not come down. I am heading back to the hill. Book an emergency session. God damn it, this is war!
But before that, he of course started to recruit after of course having to. He gets info on the ex-FBI agent Kinsey, then of course Zemos and Angel. The boss still regressing though, still with show, after making sure he had people replaced that wasn't around.
Forgot to say thanks for freeing me.
No problem. Though without a third person, this won't feel right.
I think I know someone who'd help, but I gotta find him first.
He even used the same speech he did prior and something he heard before. He got to this point, still showing his weakness.
The Syndicate has to answer for what they did. And this time, we're taking the fight to them. Since we don't know Steelport, I brought in some people who do. This is Kinsey, Zemos, and Angel.
The barbarians are at the gate! We need a general, not an ambassador!
Calm down, Eddie.
What did you call me?
What would you like us to do, Killbane?
Something. Anything! Before I wonder why I keep you bookends around!
Talk to one of these guys, they'll have things for you to do. It's our time now. Let's get this shit started.
But soon after, getting to know his recruits, going to Zemos, he still would be seen regressing. Zemos being a pimp, the things he's about to do, he already did. Driving around escorts, recruiting hoes, just to get his alliance.
Hey, Zemos.
Shh, don't wake the bitches.
You don't waste time.
Well, if you were chewing on a ball gag with a horse tail up your ass for a few years, I think you'd want to unwind too.
Fair enough.
I'm guessing you ain't come here for the pussy.
If the Saints are gonna stay in Steelport, we need the Morningstar out of here. I already work downtown, but these motherfuckers is everywhere.
Oh, I'm here to help, baby. I know every track the Morningstar are working. We can build up our stable and hurt the DeWinter sisters at the same time.
Sounds good.
The boss even confirmed regressing, going to say what he's about to say to Zemos. For the fact alone, Zemos' suggestion wasn't the thing he saw himself doing, putting the anchor on himself.
That is one ugly fucking painting.
You fucking Philistine. What you know about art? That's a the Winter Sisters original. Bought that back in the day when me and the twins were all live and let live.
Well, seeing how we just let them know we taking over their business, I doubt that deal's gonna hold.
Shit. Remember the pony show? I've been off that Christmas list a long time. Anyway, I didn't call you over to talk about me. You killed Philippe Loren and showed the Morning Star that you are here to stay. Time to relax and cut loose, baby.
We'll party once the work's done. I'll call you when I make another move against the Morning Star.
He then went to figure Kinsey out to take down the Deckers, but not fully knowing her angle, he says this, showing his weakness.
For me to get at the Deckers, you need to disrupt one of their shell companies.
Anyone in particular?
A fence company. That's fence like a barrier, not fence like buyer of stolen goods.
You're kidding me, right?
The company that makes them is seriously bad news. If you'd rather a corrupt, sinister organization keep making money...
I'll do it. Easier to say yes than understand the reason.
What was that?
Nothing.
This is him regressing. For the fact alone, this is what he always did way before. Something he spoke on getting away from.
I've learned that being in charge is better than being a bitch who keeps his mouth shut and does what he's told.
But doing it again, though. And lastly, he goes to Angel. But off their first introduction alone, of course it's telling after he questioned his living conditions.
Why are you living in this shithole?
To remind me of what Killbane took from me. It keeps me focused.
Whatever works for you, man. I'm just saying. I like my place to have working heat.
So you hate discomfort?
Angel calling out the boss went to show, although the boss is trying to go to his old ways, doing things how he did before, that he was still used to the spoils. He's even regressing here for the fact alone the old ways was a lane that he was comfortable with.
That's the sort of weakness that luchadors will capitalize on. Unless you harden up, Killbane will crush you. But don't worry, I'll chisel you out of diamond.
How?
By making you experience the worst pain imaginable. Now come on. It's time for you to play in traffic.
But with this, of course he was put to do things again he did before, so he could prove he could defeat Killbane. Regression alone would be the reason he snapped on Angel, not seeing the point after doing something new that would help him.
Are you ready for the last test?
You have a funny definition of training, Angel.
There's a car waiting for you. Head to it.
I've already played in traffic, remember?
This time, all I want you to do is drive around.
That's it? What's that gonna teach me?
To master your fear.
Then this should be no problem. Angel, where are you?
I see you made it to the final test.
Answer my question.
At the gym, training.
Don't move. A fucking tiger?
If you're fighting the luchadors, you need to be ready for anything.
A fucking tiger?
Don't lose the message in the method. You mastered your fear.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're ready to face Killbane, but the luchadors must still be dealt with. You know where to find me if you need more training.
But later, after getting the Saints stronger, them being looked down upon would show, just like how it was back then.
And while no group has taken credit for the attack in Stillwater, we have ignored its root cause. Our uncontrolled media and the good soul to our children have fetishized gang culture and turned sociopathic madmen into heroes. No more! Those responsible for this act of terror will be found and held accountable. The S.T.A.G initiative marks a milestone in taking back the streets of America.
The hell is the S.T.A.G initiative?
Internal conflict in the Syndicate of course happened, but with this, S.T.A.G was already on the Saints, similar to Otor, and everything in between, showing his weakness.
Something about Viola helping us with that boat's been bothering me, Oleg.
Nothing good will ever come from that woman.
You think they want to clone me?
No offense, but with my DNA, why would they need yours?
Oh, I got a lot to offer. Looks like she does too. Hold on, Oleg.
I'm glad the shipment worked out for you.
And I'd be glad if you got to the point.
You need to trust me.
That's a tall order.
I'll send you my location. Bring someone if you wish. I won't be offended.
Ready to make a new friend, Oleg?
I wouldn't want to miss killing her if she tries something uncivil.
Can you play nice?
I am always gentleman.
What is that?
Nothing good. Let's go.
Ladies first.
Kia, status.
The Saints have taken cover with one of the De Winter sisters. We're about to move in.
S.T.A.G even singled out the Saints during a press conference. Keep in mind, all was well up until the boss went back to his old ways, leading his old ways to be used against him now.
My name is Cyrus Temple, commander of the Special Tactical Anti-Gang Unit. I'm here to answer your questions about the S.T.A.G initiative.
Excuse me, sir, one question, please. How long will S.T.A.G be occupying Steelport?
There is no occupation. We have the full support of Mayor Reynolds.
How will S.T.A.G impact our daily lives?
When we win the war on urban terror, you and your families will be safe again.
Sir, that's not what I asked.
Let me tell you about Jessica Parrish, a girl from Stillwater who ran away from home to be with her tough guy boyfriend. Jessica thought her life was pretty sweet, until a gangbanger kidnapped her, threw her in the trunk of a car, and laughed as her boyfriend crushed her in a monster truck rally. If Jessica Parrish was your daughter, how far would you want me to go? Thank you for your time.
The boss then would take this into mentioning relocating. You know why? Because he didn't let himself deal with the new, only thinking about the things that really meant nothing but what's against him at this moment.
Pack it up, we gotta move.
I got 20K on this game. Damn!
Now it's a draw. This isn't over.
What's up?
It's not safe here. You guys clear this place out, I'll buy you some time.
But things were still going on to where they're again the bad guys. Josh Burt, the guy from earlier, was another reason for the boss's regression. He even did a commercial being the face for S.T.A.G. But with this, their next move is telling to the way things was.
On TV, I play Blayde, an exceptionally good-looking but misunderstood vampire who risks life and limb every week to keep the world safe. The men and women of S.T.A.G put their lives on the line every day to protect your city against gang violence. Want to be a real-world hero? Talk to your S.T.A.G recruiter today. I know I have.
Blayde's the face of S.T.A.G. Why don't you just put someone in a fucking deer suit?
Hearts and minds will win the war, my dear.
Shock and awe wins wars, Senator. Authorize the data list and this will all be over.
Absolutely not.
That kid's gonna get himself killed.
Will you ensure Josh Burke's safety? Or I'll find someone who can. Understand?
So the next move was to kidnap Josh Burke, something that was of course on cue. But what the Saints became was show again, but this would continue to show the boss's weakness.
Pierce can read.
Girl, I ain't gotta explain myself to you. S.T.A.G is using Blayde as their mascot. We snatch the punk,
and we draw out S.T.A.G.
Set it up right, we get the drop on those motherfuckers.
Excuse me? Can you sign this?
The fuck is this?
Dude, it's Johnny's comic. He sold his likeness to Old Tour. They're making a movie out of this shit.
Remind me to call Legally about this.
Thank you.
Seeing this Johnny comment and not liking it went back to show him at a certain mind frame. Again, earlier he showed the opposite of this reaction to the Saints brand, but now he's back at a point not trying to be a sellout. He even disregarded this Saints fan, doing was seeing the task at hand, of course showing his regression, trying to get away from the celebrity way that he really didn't know about to the old way, even though he knew or should have knew what it was about.
Alright, so how do we find Burke? Chump could be anywhere.
Look, we lay the right bait, he'll come to us. That's why I need you and the new girl.
My name's Viola.
Your name's the Bloody Canoness.
You can't be serious.
Works for me.
Even after taking Burke, Viola spoke on publicity, but with this, his weakness will still show. He's even told of all the losses during this time, leading him to agree, but not mind it, showing his weakness.
Is that you?
Damn, they really don't want to lose this guy, huh?
I'm not surprised. Publicity is the key to taking a city.
You know what also takes a city? Gratuitous violence.
Yeah, a coma and 3 friends dead? It really worked out for you.
S.T.A.G would then continue their battle with the Saints, still showing his weakness. With this though, of course they still would look bad not doing the new game, focusing on the old way.
Need to see this.
Fortunately, this exclusive footage has come to light, and with us live, the man responsible, Eddie Kilbane Pryor. Thanks for being here, Eddie.
My pleasure, Jane. And please, call me Kilbane.
Very well. Kilbane, there are some who claim you're a criminal.
No. Jane, my dear, please. The Saints are criminals. Call me eccentric, but I'm just an entertainer slash businessman slash philanthropist slash...
We get it.
Where are they?
No idea. They're broadcasting from an undisclosed location.
Well, fucking disclose it.
I might be able to triangulate where they're shooting if you go to the broadcast towers and...
We're on it.
So with that, things didn't go their way, being outsmarted. Something again that happened, of course, before.
Gotcha. Damn it! What did you do?
What did I do? I don't fucking know!
Learn to fucking fly!
You alright?
I had him!
I know, it's not your fault. Something weird happened. Oh, shit.
If that wasn't enough, Shaundi would get kidnapped by S.T.A.G. Moving ahead though, his weakness still was shown after everything that took place, basically confirming this whole video.
So what's up?
Heard back from Legal E. Studio wants you to do a screen test for gangsters in space.
No, fuck that. We're done being corporate whores.
Declining doing the Saints movie confirmed the boss not trying to look a certain way he once was cool with, then going to ask what's next for them. But of course, the norm will happen, as we're about to see.
So who's with... What's that?
God damn it!
What the hell is going on? We gotta get down there.
He then would save Shaundi, and the rest is history.
Boss, I'm surprised you came.
I don't abandon my crew.
Really? Lynn, Carlos, Aisha, Johnny. All you do is let your friends die.
Bitch, you gonna wish you never said that.
Let's go home.
Hold it right there.
Unless the next thing out of your hole is thank you, we got a serious fucking problem.
They have a point, Commander. Like it or not, the Saints are heroes.
Are you shitting me, lady?
You declared martial law and knocked down half the city. The Saints just saved a treasured monument. Who the fuck do you think the public will side with? Yes, I can answer any questions. Jimmy over there.
They can give you the key to the goddamn city, but as soon as you screw up, we'll be back. And next time, S.T.A.G is gonna put you down.
Oh, I love you too, Cyrus.
So what's the play, boss?
Go back to banging in Stillwater? Not yet.
Before regressing going back to Stillwater, his next move would even be regressing. After going back into a lane he didn't let him and the Saints fully be anyway. He referred himself to be a corporate whore. But the fact he doing this is telling to itself going back to that, still showing his weakness on the way out.
Alright, people. When we started tracking down this son of a bitch, we said we'd follow him to the ends of the earth. And we did. Killbane is readying his army for an all-out attack. We will stop him here. Our planet needs us. Let's not let her down. Hoorah! Hoorah! I came to Mars to make a living, keep my head down, stay out of trouble. But I found something. I found something that... Shh, damn it. Line.
Cut!
Sorry,
Hey, you get it next time.
Everybody back to one. Settle, we're rolling.
Speed. All right, people, big smiles. It's a happy ending. And... action.
At first, the boss didn't have a problem with what the Saints became, growing into something bigger than the streets. The time at the bank was for new, but with robbing it, even though the people actually in the Saints was all well off, went to show them having one foot out and one foot in. They had to hear a punk actor say how they wasn't street enough. From that moment, it made all there have a realization. Johnny saying what he said once things hit the fan, then dying, was something that definitely stuck with the boss, leading him to have to go back to a time when the new didn't exist, not realizing everyone against him was the new, from the Syndicate all the way down to S.T.A.G. But Johnny dying, being wiped out from funds, and constantly not willing to be who he became, is why the boss's biggest weakness is regression.